Hi, America. My name is Mitchell Knight, and in the spirit of Governor Newsom's call to have a more open and honest discussion about what's going on with Donald Trump, I would like to throw this out there in submission and be a part of the conversation. Specifically, I have a question for Republican voters. If you're a young Republican right now, if you're in your teens or 20s, 30s, 40s, and you want a political career going forward, what does it say about your party that for the last 10 years you have eliminated all competition for the top job in favor of Donald Trump? And not only has your party done everything in its power to enable his worst abuses, it's worse than that, because oftentimes Republican politicians will acknowledge his abuses, acknowledge his crimes, acknowledge his wrongdoings, and yet they refuse to actually do it. They will acknowledge it, and then they will move on, thus giving him permission to act in an abusive and authoritarian manner. But Donald Trump is just a guy, right? He's just a guy. What happens the day after he leaves office? And this will happen to him because there's nothing special about him fundamentally. What happens the day after he dies? Republicans, what happens to your party the day after Donald Trump passes from this earth? He's 79 years old. For all the shit that we Democrats get, one thing is true that gives us power that cannot be taken away, is that we always have a steady lineup of great candidates for positions. We don't always win. We take our losses when we lose. But the fact is that our party does not rely on a single individual, whereas the Republican Party right now, and for a generation now, relies on one man, and he's abusing his power. And so, young Republicans, ask yourselves, is this really what you want to tie your political fortunes to, is to a deranged lunatic who may be selling out the country? He's certainly selling out Ukraine. And if you do begin to wonder, hey, that's not right, that's actually not in my best interest, now start asking yourself what his intentions are.